Now, since we're here, like I said, I'm gonna kind of take a look around a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to do the whole thing today, but I'll kind of section it off in my head, you know, like the dumpster over there, from there down on this side or something, and just try to cover what I can. Some you can't even see, you know, some of them are covered, you know, they have snow on top of them. Let's see. Sergeant. Things like that grab your attention. Sergeant Carl W. Greer. A little closer. May 11th, 1920 to February 7th, 1945. Sergeant, and that would be the tail end of World War II. February 7th. Interesting. Look that up, see if there happened to be what happened to him, if there was maybe a battle that day. This would be presumably his wife. Arleta Greer, 1932 to 1952. Young. 1920. It would have been 12. Interesting. I can't really read those. This is John Mitchell Harrell, 1868 to 1931. James C. Surratt, 1893 to 1931. There's a picture of James right there. George L. Kent, 1894 to 1932. Try to get a kind of a close-up on them, and when Heather does the find a grave, she can extract a picture and use that. Tom Goins, 1896 to 1985. And Minnie L. Goins, 1893 to 1964. Plymale, Thomas Isaac, no deaths or no dates, and Margaret Lamb. I saw some old ones too down on this end. It looks like there's some, at least a few really old ones here as well. This is Carl Varney, 1922 to 1950, and Stella Varney, 1922 to 1991. It's like there used to be a picture right here. Mother, Jenny V. Smith, 1865 to 1940. Luther Blevins, 1903 to 1942. Ernest Edwards, 1932. Okay, 1900 to 1932. Get your fingers real cold real quick rubbing that ice off. I thought there'd be a name on this side, but there. It says erected to the memory of the 5 children of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Ross. That the memory of the 5 children of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Ross. Now that sounds like an interesting story right there in and of itself, doesn't it? See if I see any more. Ross. No. Bobby Arnold Varney, 1934 to 1946. There's a baby. 2 days. Elwood Varney, February 3rd, 1929 to February 5th, 1929. Caldony, Caldony Varney, 1878 to 1935. Look at those. It's pretty, isn't it? They look pretty in the snow. Roland T. Varney, 1877 to 1957. Look how white those are. Beautiful. Lydia Smith, 1882 to 1928. And Hayes, H-Y-S-E, Hayes Smith, 1874 to 1950. Christine Smith, 1941 to 1942. The baby, it says, "Darling, we miss thee." Baby, Bobby O'Brien, February 1st, 1932 to March 12th, 1932. Sarah Williamson, 1870 to 1937. Nellie Blackburn, February, look at that grave marker. February 22nd, 1863 to November 25th, 1938. Just ironic, isn't it? You know, your whole life, all of the things you do, all the places you go, all the things you've done, and it comes down to 2 dates. Weird, isn't it? Fannie M. Williamson, 1907 to 1998, and John B. Williamson, 1900 to 1943. I guess it just kind of brings home the point of live your life while you can, doesn't it? This is Danny Raymond Smith, infant son of Raymond and Helen Smith, gone too soon. No dates on it. Gracie L. O'Brien, 1911 to 1977, and Brown H. O'Brien, 1898 to 1949. There's some, you can see there's some old ones. A lot of them though are covered by snow. I'll have to maybe come back and get some of those. Lacey Pearl Wheeler, 1920 to 1945. What hopes have perished with you, my son? Wow. That is very poignant, isn't it? You know, all of your hopes and dreams are kind of in your children sometimes, you know. What hopes and dreams have perished with you, my son? Wow. Lurla Ramey, 1917 to 1950. Sliding. Minnie Charles, 1893 to 1984. Edward Runyon, 1919 to 1982. Eloise M. Bowersock. I've never heard that name before. January 27th, 1916 to July 11th, 1987. Doris Carol Harrison, 1940 to 1991. Okay, let's see which ones you can actually read. Pricey Ball May, Murad, M-U-R-A-D, Murad, 1896 to 1965. No date on that one. Sally Mae Meek. It says his wife, 1889 to 1948, and Henry H. Meek, 1869 to 1942. Louise May Ahrens, A-H-R-E-N-S, 1882 to 1947. Okay, let's see, I'll come back for those. The ones that snow covered, the low ones, I'll come back for those. We'll just get what we can get today. Flem, F-L-E-M, Flem Varney, 1892 to 1931. There's a picture. This one's a child. Well, maybe not. No. Miranda Stanley McCoy, 1895 to 1943. J.W. Blackburn, 1862 to 1932. And presumably mother and father beside him. No? Mother Sarah Blackburn, 1866 to 1948, and father Jeremiah Blackburn, 1846 to 1932. Let's see, go this way, go in between them. It's like a much older section right here. Much older. Hayes, it's a 1-year-old. Son of Hayes Jr., son of Hayes and Liddy Smith, 1924 to 1925. Very pretty place, isn't it? Very snowy. It just has a certain look to it, doesn't it? I think something's been here. Hard to say what. And most of these, the names and dates are long, long gone. Let's see if these have anything. Okay, yeah, that one does. Everett Wilson Thacker, 1943 to 1944. And that one's broken. William Barclay Thacker, 1938 to 38. This is like children. It's like a children's section. Thelma Jean Thacker. This says 1937, November 5th. What? Oh, Mitchell Blackburn, 1857 to 1937. Very snowy day, isn't it? James Blackburn, 1860 to 1952. Gone but not forgotten. No, James, you're not forgotten. Sarah Ann Pico, 1920 to 1920. Okay, no names. Got two there with names. Ella and Jake Trout. Ella is 1879 to 1930, and Jake 1880 to 1923. Mary Ann Williamson, 1898 to 1950. She was the sunshine of our home. Large, L-A-R-G-E, Sam Large, 1868 to 1932, and Catherine Large, 1879 to 1926. Okay, which way? Where are we going? What's that? Oh, J.T. Hackney, 1865 to 1928. There's a picture of him, too. Ingram, A.J. Ingram, 1880 to 1921. You can see my footprints from earlier. Footprints in the snow. And right there's the grave we read earlier. Look at this. It's a lodge number. Mike Dasovich. Look at that. Masonic symbols. Masonic symbols. Religious symbols. Of course, the cross, but you know. Dasovich. Lodge number 137. Mike Dasovich. 1888 to 1933. I'm guessing Mike was someone in the local Masons. It's Mary Smith Phillips, excuse me, 1888 to 1949. this is the Cochran I saw earlier when I went right by Hibbard's grave. This is Roger Cochran, 1949 to 1955. Etta E. Hackney, 1943 to 44. Wow, these are all children. Here's another one. David Eugene Wimbish, W-I-M-B-I-S-H, 1942 to 43. Little toy cars laying on it. Somebody's bringing up toys after all these years. Okay, we're going that way. Snow covered, worn off. This is Rosa Dempsey Freeman, 1886 to 1930. Yeah, look at this. Joe Hackney, 1884 to 1943. Look at this picture. It just looks like a 1943 picture. Got his hound dog and everything. Look at that. I think I'd like Joe. Doc S. Hensley, 1872 to 1952. Okay, can't make these out. Up the snowy hill. Ken Blackburn, 1894 to 1933. I don't know what that symbol is. Kind of looks like Boy Scout, 3 clover. James A. Blackburn, 1867 to 1931. And Columbia Blackburn, 1872 to 1949. A little, kind of looks like the Boy Scout insignia, but I'm sure it's not. R.T. Hackney Jr., 1889 to 1925. Look at that stone. Very interesting the way it's made. William Hackney, 1861 to 1922. Diana Aunt Dee Dee Hackney. Well, we'll clean Aunt Dee Dee's off. We gotta, you know. Somebody called Aunt Dee Dee. You gotta. May 4th, 1864 to March 24th, 1952. Smith, 1884 to 1944. And Rebecca E. Smith, 1886 to 1940. Yeah, 4 years past him, didn't she? C.L. Daughtery, 1861 to 1925. "24 years old here." Ethel Kinzer, 1835 to 1919. No, that can't be right. 18, could be 85. Not real sure. Sometimes you can see better on camera than you can in real life. Wow, look at that. Rosie Lee Blackburn, 1903 to 1926. I'll be right back. Okay, I just wanted to get a couple pictures of the snow. Look at that one. It's a handmade one. David. Looks like Y-O-A-K, but it could be an R. October 19th, 1887. Interesting looking old stone, isn't it? Okay, around the backside. Snow's really coming down now. Henry Schaefer, 1870 to 1925. I can't make these three out. Very crunchy snow. Look at that. Wow. It's very pretty. Very pretty. Anna Morvick, 1889 to 1924. This one's a little easier. This is Bill Smith. That one's a little easier to pronounce. I don't see any dates. It just says Bill Smith. Nope, nothing on the back either. Look at that. Alright, I think I'm going to have to cut this one short. Come back to this. This is Ireland Smith, 1877 to 1927. Marie, Clyde, and Minette Blackburn, 24 to 24. Look at that. $19.24. Well, kids, as much as I hate to say it, I do believe I'm going to have to call this one short. It's getting a little bit hairy out here, as you can see. And I'm in the Mustang. So it does look like I'm going to call in the dogs on this one. Start heading back over toward the path. Where we going here? Alright. Very pretty day though. You know, if you don't mind the cold. If you don't mind the cold and the snow, it's a very pretty day. The car doesn't like the cold and the snow. That much I'm pretty sure of. Look at that. Really coming down, ain't it? And get my little butt headed back toward the house. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed our little walk in the snow, and you know, look at some of these old gravestones and hear some of the old stories, some of the things they did. Appreciate y'all, and feel free to subscribe. We sure, you know, we'd appreciate to have, you know, as much support as we can get. We'll appreciate it, of course. But anyway, y'all have a really good day, and we will see you next time on the Hillbilly Files. Very cold Leo out.